Okay, class, example 2, solving two-step equations. So this one takes it up a little notch in that we're dealing with fractions, but no worry because we know the process in which to work this out. So go ahead and write this down. Solve x over 8 minus 1/2 equals negative 7/2. And they ask us to check. So once we find our final answer, once we isolate that x, we're going to stick it into the original problem to see if it is actually true. Okay, so let's go ahead and write it. That's our first step. Remember, x over 8 minus 1/2 equals negative 7/2. And that step, for note-taking purposes, is to write the equation. Awesome. So now I'm looking at this, and remember, I need to do my addition or subtraction property first. Okay, so I'm going to clear up this x. You see, I'm going to clear it up. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add 1/2 because remember, I can add whatever I want as long as I do it to the other side as well. So if I added 1/2 there, I must add 1/2 there. And I don't do things for no reason. That's going to cancel out because I have a negative 1/2 and a positive 1/2. So let me go ahead and rewrite that. We have an x over 8 equals negative 7/2 plus 1/2. Okay, and that step, for my note-taking purposes, was the add. Remember, we're on the nickname basis, add prop of equality. Does that make sense? Awesome. Okay, so now that I have this, I'm going to go ahead and clean that up a little bit. So, let me just show you. I'm doing that negative 7 plus 1/2. They have the same denominator, so I can go straight through. So, that is actually, let me change my color. That is x over 8 equals, you have a negative 7 and a positive 1, so that is a negative 6 over 2, which ultimately equals x over 8 equals negative 3. Am I done here, class? Am I done here? No, I'm not. I can go further. So what I'm going to do is I want to get rid of that 8 right there. Do you see? It's bothering my x. So I'm going to multiply by 8. Okay? Whatever I do to that side, I need to do to the other. Multiply by 8. Are you tracking with me? I know I kind of ran out of space on my board, so I'm kind of moving left to right now. I'm not doing step by step going down. So let me go ahead and simplify that. These cancel out, leaving me with an x. And then I have equals negative 3 times 8. Class, you know how to do that very simply. It's a negative times a positive, so it is a negative, very good, and that's a negative 24. So x equals negative 24. Do you get it? X. Okay, that is your answer, and we can go back and check it. Let's just say we wanted to plug in this negative 24 up here in our original problem. Negative 24 over 8, that's negative 3 minus 1/2. Yes, that equals negative 7/2 if you work it out. Okay, so that's how we check our answer. And again, before you guys move on to your own problems, I want you to add your notations here. What we did here was we simplified first. So once we did the addition property, we simplified. And then we did the multiplication prop. And then we simplify it again. Okay? Does that make sense? If it doesn't, please raise your hand and I'll come over and help you. Okay, so let's go ahead and do some on your owns. On your own. Take out your whiteboard, please. Okay, I would like you to do m over 2 plus 6 equals 10. And this is A. Do on your own. Please pause it and get to work. Okay, your answer should have been m equals 8. Okay, and if you go back and stick in 8 over here, 8 divided by 2 is 4 plus 6 is 10. 10 equals 10. Very good. Okay, and if you didn't get that, try again and don't be afraid to ask me. Let me go ahead and do a B. Okay, so B, are you ready? B, I would like you to do negative z over 3 plus 5 equals 9. Okay, be careful. Remember, you're going to add or subtract first, then you multiply or divide. Okay, get to work. Okay, class, your answer should have been z equals negative 12. Did you get it? Because if you put in, let's say, negative 12 here, those cancel out, so it's going to be a positive because you have a negative 12 over 3, which would be a positive 4. 4 plus 5 equals 9. Very good. Okay, let's move on to example 3 so you can get some classwork done. Way to go.